Welcome to Past the Purpose. I am your host, Vicky Otarina, and Past the Purpose is all about the journey that God has given to you. So as you watch us, I pray that you will be blessed, motivated, and inspired to go on that journey with God. Stay tuned for the next interview. God bless you. Welcome once again. Today we have with us Dr. Jabulile Msimango-Galawe, a South African. We are going to be talking about the business journey and a little bit about how you can achieve your business dreams in 2022. I'm just going to tell you a little bit about Dr. J. She is the founder and managing director of DrJ Business Support Limited and the program director of the Business and Executive Coaching at the Wits Business School. She is an entrepreneur, statistician, business coach, mentor, facilitator, public speaker, researcher, and senior lecturer. She holds a PhD in entrepreneurship from the Wits Business School and an MSc in mathematical statistics, risk analysis from the University of the Free State. She has about 20 years of working experience, including approximately 10 years spent in the entrepreneurship space and another in the corporate space. Thank you, Dr. J, so much for joining us.
Thank you, Vicky, for having me, and lovely to meet you.
You are most welcome. Tell us, how is it over there in South Africa?
Oh, we are in summer here. We are supposed to be in summer, but the weather can't decide whether it's summer or winter. So it's a little bit cool outside, but yeah, we're doing okay. We're good. Thank you.
Wonderful. So we're so happy to have you from all the way over there in South Africa. We are connecting with persons all around the world. So I'm just going to jump right into our questions today. I want you to tell me a little bit about your journey and how did you develop this passion for people development and entrepreneurship? Where did it begin?
Yeah, so it's a very interesting question. It's been a very funny journey because it didn't start like that. So the dream that I had when I was at primary and high school was a totally different one with what I'm living today. Because when I was still studying, I thought I'd be a medical doctor. And because of some things that teachers were promoting at the time, that if you kind of like the clever student, then you go to the sciences and then you become the medical doctor and all that. But it was not meant to be. My results were not good enough for me to be a medical doctor. So when I got to varsity, I ended up doing BSc, but with the hope that I will move from BSc second year and become the medical doctor. It didn't go well, so I had to complete my BSc, but I'm happy that it did. When I look back now, connecting the dots, I'm happy that it didn't, because I think I was going to get bored. I'm enjoying what I'm doing now. So I ended up doing my master's in statistics. And my first year as a working professional, I started as a statistician. So that's how the journey started.
Wow, interesting. So you are an entrepreneur, a statistician, a business coach, mentor, so much more, facilitator, public speaker, researcher, senior lecturer. So you're truly a woman wearing many hats. Was it always a dream to be wearing so many hats? I know you moved into the statistician field, the entrepreneurship field, but was it always a dream? Was it always a dream when you did come into that field or really started into that field? Was it really a dream?
No, it was not. It's as I said, it's like it evolves. You get exposed to things, you like certain things, you see certain opportunities, and then before you know it, you've because we have broadened your skills, you've broadened your opportunities, and then you find yourself doing multiple things. But when I started, I never thought that I will be doing such a lot of things at the same time.
Wow. So how important has it been to be exploring your truest potential? How important has that been over your life to becoming who you are today?
I think it's been very important, because what happens is that if you are not operating at your best, or if what you're doing does not bring the best out of you, you don't feel fulfilled. You might get the money, get a big salary, but if you are not where you feel fulfilled and you are at your best, then you're not going to be happy. And I think for me, in my journey, I've been always seeking my passion, looking for something that I can do, that I'm passionate about, that when I wake up in the morning and do it, I'll get excited about it. And I find out that I don't have only one passion. I've got a lot of them. But if you look at them, most of them, they all fall under the umbrella of people development and entrepreneurship. So that's how it all evolved. You do one thing, you develop a certain skills, then now you're able to do another, and then you keep doing that. And before you know it, you've got all these different things that you are doing.
Okay, so let's talk about your role as a business and executive coach. What do you do, and how do you help individuals and businesses?
Wow, that one is a big one. It's one of the things that I found really helps a lot. So, like as I was saying, that in my journey, I was always looking for something I'm passionate about, something where I can give my best. And what I found is that some people, they are not operating lower than their best, not because they don't want to, but they don't know how, and they don't know how to search for that within themselves. And what coaching really has brought for me is to help people to be their best. And how it started from my first business. When I had my first business, I ran it for about 6 years, and it failed, and it was very sore. And after that, then I went into this journey of trying to really find out, why did that business fail? Am I that stupid? And I had a lot of questions. And then that's when I did my PhD. And then after that, I started having this thing that if maybe when I was running my first business, I had somebody that was coaching me, I had somebody that could mentor me, that has walked the journey, some of the mistakes that I made, maybe I wouldn't have made them. As much as I appreciate them now, I think I needed those mistakes and those failures, but some of them, I think maybe I would have minimized them if I had a coach. So what I'm trying to be is to be that person that I wish I had to other people, so that they don't have to experience exactly the same thing that I'm experiencing. We promote failure in entrepreneurship. We say, don't be scared of failure, go and fail, but fail fast and move on. But you need that person who will coach you, who will make you feel comfortable with the failure, who will tell you it's okay, it's part of the journey. But I didn't have that. And I beat myself for a long time as to why did I fail? Why didn't I do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to be that coach and that mentor, especially to entrepreneurs and women, so that they don't have to experience some of the things that are not necessary if you've got somebody that can support you.
Beautiful. I agree with that. So you say iceberg model is my model. Can you tell us about this model and how it's been effective in your life as a multi-talented businesswoman, and also in the lives of those that you coach and work with?
What I found in my experience, Vicky, is that most of the things that we focus on are really not the issues that we're supposed to be focusing on. At work, your boss and everybody else will focus on the results, will focus on your performance, focus on your deliverables. But your deliverables don't just come by itself. There are certain underlying things that makes us behave or that makes us perform the way we do. And most of the time we don't pay attention to those things because why? They are sitting below the eyes. Nobody sees them. We're all looking at the top part that, oh, you are this successful person, you are this wonderful person, but there are sometimes underlying things that sometimes make us not to be the best that we can be because we don't deal with them. So in my coaching experience, what I found is that if you can coach people's belief, if you can coach people's values, if you can coach people's thinking, self-awareness, whatever on the top, what everybody sees becomes easier because then it becomes the fruits of your belief and your values and all those things. But when you coach the top part, you coach me to perform at work, you coach me to be this successful person, I won't sustain it because the roots that's supposed to give me that are not in a good state. They are not watered enough. And then the fruits that comes up there, then they are not healthy fruits. So that's why I believe so much in that model, because when I talk to my clients, I always say, what do you believe about yourself? And you find out that the belief about myself is what will make me not take opportunities, is what will make me always go for the smallest things in life, is what is going to make me look down upon myself, have low esteem, but all that stuff is from the roots, the stuff that sits below the iceberg. And if we can work with that, then the fruits becomes easier.
So dealing with the roots is what I'm hearing as being important on that journey, and that leads to a level of success versus just dealing with what's at the top and not dealing with what's the underlying stuff. So I love that. So what are, for anybody looking to have a successful business in 2022, or even starting that business and being successful, what is some of the advice you can give a person? Tell our listeners and tell those that are going to be reading this in Divine Purpose magazine, tell them what it takes in 2022.
Yeah, we're living in a different world. COVID has changed our lives so much. And if you compare from 2020, you look 2021, people that have managed, especially in the entrepreneurship space, that have managed to stay on are people that were able to seize the opportunities of the moment. Because things change. We live in a digital world. The needs of our customers change. And if you want to make it, you have to be flexible. You can't get married to one business model or business idea. You have to always be alert, look around what the trends are telling you, and change with the times. If the Times says this business model that has given you so much profits before COVID, that has made you rich, is not viable anymore, you have to be prepared to divorce that idea and look at what is needed today, adopt that, marry that one, and run with it until it also runs out of its time. You need to be agile. You need to be flexible. You need to be comfortable to let go of the familiar things that you feel, this is my thing. But if it's not working anymore, you let it go. And you'll see that some of the businesses during COVID, when others were dying, others grew. Because why? They were able to quickly see that something is happening and we are not going to go back there. Therefore, I need to let go or modify this business model that I've been working on. And that goes also with our personal life. You have to be always be willing to change and be alert to what is happening around you and even what is happening within you, so that we are always aligned and comfortable, that you don't conflict also your inner self. You look at what is happening. Does it talk to me? Does it resonate with me? And then you're flexible, you move with the time. It's hard times, it's not easy. You need the discipline, you need the commitment, you need the resilience. But if you know your vision, you know where you want to get to, and you keep on looking at that vision and allow to always kind of like bring the fire up for you, then you will make it to 2022 and be successful.
Thank you. So I hear about being agile, being flexible, looking at those opportunities, or look at and making them a business. So that's really amazing. I thank you so much for that. And as we close, what or who is your biggest inspiration?
Ooh. I like the way you phrased it. People like asking who's your role model, and I normally say I don't have one. Because I've got a couple of people that have got certain things that when I look at them, they represent certain things to me that I'm either looking, I'm kind of like wanting to get to, or I like certain things about them. So I've got about 3 women that really I like. When I look at them, to me, they say, Black girl is possible. Black girl, the sky is the limit. And for me, that is Oprah. Everybody knows Oprah. I always watch her stuff and stuff. And when I look at her, to be a Black woman listed amongst the richest, as a woman, we know all our the challenges of being a woman. When I look at her, I say, girl, it is possible. And then there's 2 vice chancellors in South Africa. One is the vice chancellor at UCT, which is Prof. Mamkhedi, and then another vice chancellor at UNISA, which is Prof. Puleng, because I also operate in the academic space. When I look at those 2 women and understanding how difficult the academic space is to navigate because it's male dominated, I look at them and I say, it's possible. It is possible. It doesn't matter how difficult it is. Even if you want to get in an industry that is male dominated, the fact that you can see women that are like you, it makes you feel it is possible. You can make it. You can make it. You can get there. And those 3 women for me, I always look at them and I say, Black girl, you will make it.
So we close with that, with those words, Black girl, you will and you can make it. So thank you so much, Dr. J. It's been a pleasure spending this time with you. And I really know that our readers, our listeners will be blessed by this interview. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much, Vicky, for the opportunity. It was lovely chatting to you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.